Hello, so today we are going to do our stencil page and our Tagboard shape scale builder page. So there are two kinds of tracers that we use. We use Tagboard shapes, which are paper, stiffer paper shapes that typically are a solid shape, like these two with no holes, but this one's a fancy one that has some holes cut out of it. And then we have stencils. Stencils have holes cut out of them. And we have a lot of stencils that are plastic like this. And you would lay them down and trace around the inside. But we also have some stencils that are stiffer paper like this, and they have the shape punched out of the middle and the outside's just a square. So what I want you to do today is get some stencils and some Tagboard shapes and practice tracing them onto your paper. So the stencil side's the left side. If you mix them up, that's okay. Mistakes are how we learn. So the way that you use a stencil is you lay it down on your paper, you hold it with the hand that doesn't hold the pencil, and then you're going to put your pencil inside a shape and then draw on the paper while you're touching the outer edge of that inside shape. And when we remove it, this should be the same as this. Do the same with some others. Now, if you start and then it moves, then all you have to do is line it back up the best you can. It might not be perfect, but that's okay. Perfection is not what we're shooting for. And you're just going to do enough so that you fill this page. So these are kind of some smaller shapes. So maybe I'll do like a bigger one here. And your shapes can touch and overlap. And then we also have some animal stencils. They can be tricky to trace and use, but just do your best. Keep your pencil touching the edge of the shape and just follow around. And if the stencil moves on you, like I went around that too fast, so I have to go back. And then I can go back and erase these parts here that I messed up. All right, and then over here, Tagboard shapes. So these can be a little tricky because we've used them a lot, so they're kind of flimsy. So you want to hold them down, and you're tracing around the outside. So on the stencils, we're tracing the inside shape. With the Tagboard patterns, we're tracing around the outside of the shape. So we're keeping our pencil edge touching the edge of the shape, so that as we mark on our paper, we get that shape. Now I'm going to put this back and I'm going to do these inside shapes too for the details. Not all Tagboard patterns have an inside shape. Most of them are just an outside shape, like this little guy running. So I'm going to trace him. And I need to move my hand, this hand here that's holding. I need to move my hand up to the head when I'm tracing around the head, and then I need to move my hand down to the arm when I'm tracing around the arm so that the paper doesn't move or bend. And this happens sometimes. Your pencil skips and you actually mark on the pattern, and that's okay. We all make mistakes. And then when you remove it, oh, looks like I missed a spot right there, so I can just fill that in. And they can touch and overlap, and I would say do at least 3 big shapes on each page. But if you get a stencil like this one that has smaller shapes, you're probably going to have to do more than 3. And you can go outside the box a little bit if you need to. That's what I'm doing. And then remove it, and there we have it. And there is my finished stencil and Tagboard shape pages in my sketchbook.